Is shooting film equal to shooting Leica?
Hi, and thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Furk, aka Phil, and today I want to share with you my experience how I got into film photography. Basically, it started when I placed my order for the Leica Q3, and as you already know, the Q3 is massively back ordered. Thanks to social media and YouTube, the camera is hyped, and it seems like everywhere on this planet the stocks is sold out and you have to wait at least a few months to get your hands on a Leica Q3. When I placed my order, the same situation was also for me, and I didn't know how much I have to wait until my Q3 arrives. And then I had the feeling that I want to do something regarding photography, something new, just to bridge the gap until my Q3 arrives. And that somehow I stumbled into film photography. And to admit it straightforward, sure, of course I got influenced by social media to get into film photography. I'm not a purist film photographer. I'm just stumbled into this topic out of curiosity, and also because my father gave me a long time ago his Canon AE1, and then I realized that the camera is fully functional and bought my first film. While shooting my first rolls of film, it was mainly black and white, HP5, Ilford HP5 400, and some rolls of Kodak Gold. And lately I also got my hands on my first portrait film, which turned out also amazing. I realized during this experience with film photography that somehow the arguments for film photography are quite similar towards why people buy Leica cameras or Leica gear. And that's what I want to share with you today. One of the arguments why people always say towards Leica gear or Leica cameras in general is it's regarding the experience. Leica has a special experience to take photos. And most of the experience is slowing down. And if you look at a vintage analog camera, all of these points are true for film photography. By design, you have to slow down because everything is manual, and because it is an analog camera, you have automatically the unique experience of taking photos if you compare it with digital cameras. I hope it makes sense what I'm saying here, but in my opinion, they are basically the same arguments for both systems. The other parallel I want to draw is basically the cost. Film photography is extremely expensive due to the last few years, how much film stock prices went up, and depending on how much film and which kind of film you shoot, the price increase, the price level can climb up quite significantly to a high amount, which can reach the level of a Leica camera. Let me show you an example regarding the costs I experienced and why, in my opinion, you can make an equation that film photography is equal to shooting Leica. Take the most famous film stock Portra 400. In my region, here in Germany, it costs about 20 bucks, one film roll. And if I want to develop that film and also get it scanned by the lab, it costs me about additional 15 or 16 bucks. So let's round that about 35 bucks per roll you have if you just buy the stock and get it developed and scanned. If you over time shoot a lot of photos with that stock, as I mentioned, it can creep up to a price which reach a level of a Leica M camera, which is between 4,000 and 4,500 for a used Leica M10, for example.
One thing I forgot to mention is, of course, the barrier to entry regarding film photography. Film photography in general to enter is much lower compared to Leica gear, of course.
For me personally, it's just a quite interesting thought, since Leica is a luxury brand in regards of photography and cameras. But due to the high price increase, you could say that film photography is also some kind of luxury, which someone has to be very do on purpose, since you don't get your cost back if you buy stock film and develop it and scan it, in contrary to selling off a used Leica camera. If you have enough of that camera, you can still get your money back. That's not the same for film photography. Another argument that a lot of people say why they shoot Leica is the Leica look. And with film photography, you have that also basically included by default, since it's depending on the film stock you use, what kind of look you get. All these reasons is for me quite interesting how film photography and Leica is quite similar with each other.
Regarding the image or the brand of Leica, you might say that a lot of people are buying into Leica because of the luxury brand. And I guess Leica is of course marketing that also. But you can also argue that film photography is targeted towards an hipster image. Take that for what it's worth. I don't know.
Of course, if you just put film photography and Leica in one bucket, that's basically the hyped Leica M6, and you have both of both worlds. That were some thoughts which I had during the time I'm experienced with film photography while waiting for my Leica Q3. Since then I didn't stop shooting film, to be honest. I still use the Canon AE1 of my father with the 50mm 1.4. It's quite fun to have some analog photos of my kids, which were shot with the camera of their grandfather, my father. It's something special to me personally. But yeah, hope this somehow makes sense. I hope I was able to transfer my thoughts in English towards you guys. And let me know if what kind of opinion you have on this topic. Sure, there's no right or wrong. It was just quite interesting for myself when I did the equation. In case I shoot 100 or 150 rolls of portrait, including the development and scanning costs, it creeps up quite quickly towards a digital Leica M. Just interesting to myself. If you're still here on my rant on this topic, thank you very much. You deserve a like. And if you want to support my small little channel, just check the affiliate links below in the description. And if you want to see why I'm so hyped on the latest firmware update for the Leica Q3, just click on this video.